What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's get some ASMR Corinthian bells for you all. Give a like for the Corinthian bells. Alright, I want to preface this video that Russo is not a vanity biohacker. I look like Shrek. I'm a 6 on a good day. You know, I'm the Shrek. I wake up, I do like the comb. I'm already nerding out, doing other tism shit. Worried about that. I'm not worried about vanity. However, I'm not discrediting vanity biohackers. I definitely think looks maxing would help rank on Satanic Tinder, rank on Bumble, would rank in a job interview. Do not ignore your looks. However, take this with a grain of salt. This came from Russo doing high performance biohacking. So if you're new here, first off, hit the like for the Corinthian bells. And then just know that this is a high performance channel. Subscribe, hit the bell, like. I wanted to give my insight on high dosage M677 for hair loss prevention and my theories. I'm not going to be linking any data down below. This is simply from my experimentation as Russo the fire rat and something I've done to try to maintain my hair as best as I can. I have lost hair, not gonna lie. This has not been the #1 priority. High performance has been the #1 priority over here, as well as trying out new exotic things. This is something I learned around the GABAergic system matching the dopaminergic system. In my opinion, the overall central nervous system health leading to hair loss. Now, I am not taking away from all the medical data of dihydrotestosterone DHT being the leading factor in hair loss. That is absolutely the case, and I am talking about a wild variable that there's not a lot around, which is the GABAergic system matching the dopaminergic system. So I'll just do this. I'll lead the story in, like, you know, when I wake up and I look at my hair, it looks pretty good. You know, it looks the freshest in the morning, especially if I had a good day of sleep with no stress the previous day, aka my central nervous system is in the most recovered sleep after the lunar cycle completes, and I had a good night of sleep with low stress the next day. That would be considered a good hair day for Russo, which has been the same haircut his entire fucking life, but I do notice it's thicker. Now, as I go through the day, I have higher amounts of stress. I'm exposing my body to more dopaminergic stimulation. I need that ego shield. I need that allopregnanolone to come in there and try and offset it. If that starts to fail, I get more anxious throughout the day. By the time I'm training in a high dopaminergic environment where my GABAergic system is being beaten into the ground, when I get to the sauna or I check my hair after I train, I notice my hair looks way shittier. And when I go in the sauna without a sauna cap and I cook myself, aka I cause a shit ton of dopaminergic stimulation to my entire body to flex my muscles, to tell my brain the mind-muscle connection so it can make new adaptations. I pose every day after the I pose every day in the sauna after my workout. I do believe that helps with mind-muscle connection. I do believe that helps fill out my body more. However, when I go in the mirror, especially without wearing a sauna cap, after doing that, and sometimes I pose for literally over 30 minutes straight, not like I'm sitting there flexing, but I like do my routine, mind-muscle connection, driving all the fibers, trying to make my brain mind-muscle connection all over my body. When I go out to look at myself in the mirror, I notice my hair looks crappy, nothing like how it looked in the morning when my CNS was fresh. Now let's add in dihydrotestosterone derivative drugs, let's add in highly androgenic steroids, and let's add in steroid SARMs that constantly are pinging the AR and or causing excess DHT conversion and leading towards a dopaminergic environment all day. You are now fucking throwing kerosene on the dopaminergic system overpowering the GABAergic system. Let's add in the screens that are frying us with blue light all day, unless you wear blue light blockers, like those blue light glasses I wear where everyone's like, those glasses are whack. They're blocking the blue light, trying to save some of the dopaminergic stimulation on my eyes, on my crown. Let's take that away. That's frying me all day. Let's add in all the anxiety of daily life, and you have this overstimulated dopaminergic system, and not a lot of males are really taking that relaxation break to recover the GABAergic system. You're leading into high amounts of hair loss because the DHT is, in my theoretical, playing around with it, I do believe that GABAergic system, when it starts to get overpowered by the dopaminergic system, you see that DHT really come in there and start fucking up the hair loss real bad. And when you have drugs that overstimulate the central nervous system, cough, cough, R8140, you notice even higher amounts of hair loss, especially the ones that are constantly pinging. The ones that are like just as androgenic, if not more androgenic than DHT, or just excessive amounts of DHT, adding in with that dopaminergic system overpowering the GABAergic system, that's where I see the most amount of hair loss. Now, the first method is completely natural. I would add in Intelligent Elephant DHT blocking shampoo, which is topical, non-invasive, non-medical, and that's giving the body a little shield on the scalp. It's not giving the entire body a GABAergic system shield, aka the higher your GABAergic system is, the more expanded and relaxed and, bubbly your muscles are. But if we're trying to just block hair loss, that shampoo and that conditioner from Intelligent Elephant is going to make a distinct advantage and benefit over you buying shitty shampoos that cost the same amount from the grocery stores. Please stop buying those shampoos in general. Personally, Russo only washes his hair about twice a week, once a week. I know, disgusting, but I'm not trying to fuck up the chemical environment on my head with those shitty shampoos. Now, if I add in the Intelligent Elephant twice a week, that's actually doing benefit. All those ingredients are actually doing something to shield at my scalp, and it's not going systemic and causing all sorts of issues. I'm all for extreme vanity biohacking. However, I am a performance biohacker. I only discovered this through high performance experimentation of injectable LGD that I extremely noticed this. But I would add in the shampoo first. That would be experiment number 1 to see if this shampoo helps you. In my opinion, it tremendously does a difference if you follow the instructions on the conditioner and shampoo and actually do it the right way. The next thing I would add in is high dosage MK677 to constantly stimulate the GABAergic system extremely. By high dosage, I mean 30 to 60 milligrams. Yeah, I said it. 60 milligrams a day is what Russo was doing to offset all the hair loss on injectable LGD 4033 that was causing insane anxiety, insane, high levels of manic energy was that injectable LGD. And I went in there with 50 to 70 MK677 spaced out throughout the day in 6-hour increments. All the high performance side effects associated with this extreme dosage would be extreme paranoia, fucked up circadian rhythm, fucked up ghrelin receptor activity, constant fight or flight. But the benefit was a higher GABAergic system to match the dopaminergic system being throttled by the injectable LGD, which caused me to actually stabilize, regrow my hair a little bit, and my overall hair thickness was insanely different even on trend when I would do these crazy MK677 runs. Now, again, the insulin resistance builds up, circadian clock goes to shit. This is Russo the fire rat, right? We're doing high performance shit over here. I will say, when I drop the injectable LGD and just have the MK, I notice hair regrowth. When I'm washing with the Intelligent Elephant shampoo, mitigation of hair loss, dead ass. All the side effects of MK677, sure, they're significant. Some people can't deal with that extreme paranoia, that in medical data of the extreme paranoia. Your circadian clock is fucked up because you're constantly stimulating these 6-hour pulses from your pituitary gland. However, that hunter brain being activated all the time, and personally, I loved the high dosage MK677 right before I trained. I was crazy focused, crazy locked in hunter mode, hyper aggressive, and it felt like I could go for longer because that GABAergic system was there, extremely stimulated by the MK677 to match the extremely stimulated dopaminergic system from the injectable LGD. It stabilized my hair. I've done it with RAD 140 to offset hair loss, and I've done it with actual DHTs, and I've done it with YK11. Having that overstimulated GABAergic system seemed to recover my hair. Now, I'm like a 6 on a fucking good day, right? I'm not this like vanity guy that's counting the hairs. I have nothing against that. It's not me. However, I did really notice that high dosage MK677 came in there and offset it, and I wanted the crazy biohackers that are in vanity specifically to try and play around with this, because I think that wild card variable that can't truly be studied, because it's basically like the dopaminergic electrical current battling the GABAergic electrical current. How can that be calculated until the chips get placed and the algorithm is downloaded, right? But I do think that GABAergic system being overstimulated by the modern day of looking at your screens, constantly being stressed of shit that's outside of your environment, and then going in the gym causing a high dopaminergic environment while your GABAergic system is already fatigued, is leading to higher amounts of hair loss. Add in dihydrotestosterone, derivative steroids, add in highly crazy strong SARMs like R8140 or injectable LGD, you're going to constantly be stimulating your central nervous system in the dopaminergic way while the GABAergic system is getting beat down, while most men aren't relaxing that much these days because you constantly got to be high output. I do believe that MK677 exogenously added in can cause that GABAergic system, again, under the extreme dosings. I'm not talking about 10 milligrams. I'm talking about trickle pulsing all day, constantly having that GABAergic system there to match the dopaminergic system. I notice my hair is fuller. I notice my hair loss stopped. And I notice, like, after the sauna specifically, I would check on and off MK677 and my hair density held. And that's when I was like, okay, I just sat in the sauna, cooked my fucking scalp with dopaminergic activity. Another thing is, like, wear a fucking sauna cap. I'm not doing it, but you should wear a fucking sauna cap. That will save your hair in the fucking sauna. But after I would pose on tons of MK677 in the sauna for the same amount off 677, I would check my hair density in the mirror, and there's a significant difference. And that's that GABAergic system being overactivated because you're hyper stimulating the hunter part of the brain, causing all that pit bull allopregnanolone to raise. And that might be the wild variable that's not touched on. However, that root variable of dihydrotestosterone causing the hair loss is correct. You just wonder if the GABAergic system is that wild card, variable loop that is messed up, that really reaps its head later in life. It seems like as children, our GABAergic system is matching. As we age, we see as the stress of becoming and growing up and evolving and dealing with more stress, neglecting rest, constantly looking at screens, constantly having the phones rob us and causing a high dopaminergic environment, that GABAergic environment suffers. That is a high performance way to offset it. Theoretically, based on Russo the Fire Rat's experimentation, I would like all vanity biohackers to give this a shot and report back. There are tons of ways to go about hair loss, but I do believe the shampoo and conditioner from Intelligent Elephant should be a staple in your routine, and I actually use that stuff, and I've used that shampoo for years. I've used it forever. It's definitely going to make a difference. If you want to try a high performance method that was only discovered by Russo trying to offset the injectable LGD, I was tired of being like hyperstimulated, hypermanic all the time. I knew my GABAergic system was fucked. I needed something that was going to stimulate the GABAergic system all day. I decided to ruin my sleep, cause more paranoia, cause that hunger pain, and do a ginormous dosage, which the upper echelon of the medical data around MK677 is 50 milligrams a day. I decided to go with 50. Sometimes I would do 70 milligrams a day. And I noticed my hair loss was mitigated. I noticed after the sauna, after flexing and posing and getting my hair cooked dopaminergically because I'm not wearing a sauna cap like a dumbass, that my hair held up better than the days that I was off MK677. So I think if you're on trend and you use MK677, you are not only stimulating that MK677 to be pulled to the right places, I mean the growth hormone from the MK677, but you also might be mitigating that hair loss. This is all a theory. I want you guys to give it a shot, and I will see you guys in my next video.